When I was young, my mother used to tell me stories. Every one of her stories sounded like it came out of a fairy tale book. They were of princes and princesses, of good versus evil, and like most stories told to young children, the good people always won. The dragon was defeated by the prince, and he and his princess would live happily ever after. I never cared much for these type of stories. Even as a child, I was too much of a realist to believe in those things. But I would sit and listen to her voice because it made me feel safe. She made me feel safe. As I grew and changed, so did her stories. Princes and princesses were replaced by different types of heroes and heroines. Maybe she thought that would be more realistic, but it didn't really matter to me. They all ended the same way anyway. But even as an adult, I would just sit, listen, forget. I would forget my life, all the many reasons I found myself there, with her. I'd forget everything but her voice, and I'd be happy. When we found out she was sick, I was angry for a long time. I was angry at life for taking my mother away from me. I was angry at my mother for telling me so many lies, so many made-up tales. But most of all, I was angry at those stories for not being true. I remember the day vividly, the day I realized why my mother told me all those stories. It was the day she died. Now, when I'm sad or afraid, I sit and I listen, and I remember. I remember her smile and the twinkle in her eyes as she created each new character. I remember the princes and princesses, the dragons, and every hero and heroine. And I'm happy, because I know that as long as I have those stories, her stories, I'll be okay.